My name's Christopher Wayne. I've been a professional magician for the last 20 years, and on this channel we find the best magic videos from the internet and talk about what makes them amazing. You're about to see one of the best card magicians alive, who also happens to be completely blind. Richard Turner, who I've been lucky enough to see live, has dedicated his entire life to being a card shark. That's not just the tricks, but when they do the dodgy poker moves. He does it all without the ability to see, which makes what he does even more impressive than the astounding level it already is. This is him on Penn Teller's Fool Us. He absolutely fooled them. He does 13 amazing close-up card moves that Penn Teller do not catch. Strap in and get ready to enjoy an amazing video packed with magic.
Well, I'm Richard Turner, and I represent why you should never play cards with strangers.
So, Richard is famously a card shark.
But what I do can appear very magical.
And what he's going to do here is he's going to perform a series of incredible card shark effects and then magic tricks, all completely blind, but he explains it as he goes.
Basic casino procedure, which is what is known as riffle.
And as you can see, Penn and Teller are just inches away from him. So they've got eyes on every single move he does.
That is basic casino procedure. Now, in a private game, that's where the hustlers hang out. Here's
Now look at
something
that.
you never do when you play for money. Never shuffle with one hand.
That's good.
It makes the other players nervous. And when they see you shuffle with one hand followed by a one-hand flip around cut, they get up and run. You're left playing with yourself. Right, Ben?
Exactly. I know that.
Now, Ben, how many times would you say I shuffle and cut this deck?
Oh,
Six or
There's
seven?
no way.
6, 7, yeah.
Let's see if this deck is evenly mixed. Does that look
Oh.
fair, Ben?
So he's just shuffled the cards multiple times, but then done that riffle shuffle with one hand, shuffled all of the cards back into perfect deck order, whilst blind. Watch this. This is where I think he does a second deal, which is a cheating poker move, and he shows how it works.
Square up this mess here. I'm going to show you a few moves. Hand me the card face up.
Face up.
Face up. So tell the audience what you picked.
7 of hearts.
Watch the 7 of hearts. I'm going to show you how I can magically keep his 7 on top by dealing underneath.
That is
the top
astounding.
card.
He shows
Watch
this in
face
slow
up.
motion, and you
This
still
is
can't
called
catch him.
dealing seconds, but you have to deal the card as neatly as if you're dealing from the top. Watch, I'll deal it in super slow motion. Super slow motion.
Teller's enamored by this.
7 on top. See, the dealer will hit the other players. I'm playing blackjack. I have a 14.
That's
Watch face up.
so good.
See how the card stays as the second card kind of melts.
Look how
through the
close
deck.
Penn is. He's literally got his head over.
One-handed. Now, when the card is face down, see, you can't tell you've been swindled. Isn't that fun? Thank you.
Charming performance. Incredible magic. Can't see a thing.
Now, y'all saw the
I'm
handful deck of
1/100
cards
as
here,
good as
Ben.
this
I want you to take this
with
half
2
and give
eyes.
it a casino wash. Face up. And Teller, you take this half. I want the audience to see cards being randomly scrambled, mixed, screwed up in every possible way you can.
No.
Okay.
Got it? May I have your cards there, Penn? Let's wash those. Teller, would you wash those 2 halves together, please? Square them up for us, Teller.
I love how he does that. He puts his hands
And
across
then
the
turn
table to
them
make sure he
face
hasn't
down.
missed any cards.
And when you're done, shuffle them in any fashion you like. Tell me when you're done. When you're done, set them face down in front of me. All right. Penn,
Sir.
you are going to be my interpreter.
Okay.
I'm going to ask a few questions of Teller. You're going to tell me if he nods his head yes or if he nods his head no.
Okay.
If you
It's a beautiful
understood what I
use of a
said,
blind
nod
man
yes. He nodded
said yes.
connecting
All
with
right,
Teller,
good.
who doesn't speak.
Have you ever played
That's
in
a fun way to
private
use it
game
on
where it's your
stage.
deal, it's Penn's deal, it's my deal. You know what I'm talking about. Deck is passed around the table.
Yes, he knows
Yes?
what you're talking
All
about.
right.
No, he doesn't play cards.
Really smart. Now, if this works, it'll almost look like magic because it'll appear as if nothing happened. I'm going to do the same thing you just watched. Riffle. And once again, you guys just scrambled these cards.
We did.
Riffle. And then, again, you're supposed to do what's called a strip, cut, another riffle, and a cut.
I mean, as far as I can tell, they're fair shuffles and cuts, but
Penn, you're going to tell me how many players step up to the table. And mind you, we're doing this after the deck has been shuffled and cut.
Okay.
5, 6, or 7. Pick a number.
6.
6 players. 1.
You can do a
2,
poker hand.
3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Keep in
5,
mind
6.
that deck
And
he's
then we
using
have
right
what's
now
called the
got a
burn,
casino
and we
wash
have
by
what's
Penn and
called the
Teller.
flop.
Then Teller shuffled the deck
Penn,
independently.
what are those 3 cards? Tell the audience.
My favorite 3 of clubs, followed by the jack of spades and the king of spades.
And we have a burn, and we have what's called the turn. What is that card?
That's the 6 of spades.
And we have a burn, and we have what's called the river. What is that?
That's the king of hearts.
Now, Penn, you can take any one of these hands here. Teller, these are yours. Don't let anyone see your cards. And let's see if you go ahead and turn over a few hands and see
Any
if you,
hand I want?
Any hand you want.
Okay, I've turned over the second hand.
And what do you have?
And I'll turn them all over, as a matter of
What
fact.
the heck? What the heck? Turn them all over. See, and I'll tell you this: no matter how good those hands are, they're not going to beat my partner Teller's hand.
Yeah, we got a queen and a 4, so
There's no way he has
Nothing really
controlled
exciting.
a game of
Clear
cards
those
with a
tables.
shuffled deck
will.
completely
Clear that table.
blindfolded.
All right. Let me have your cards there, Teller. You can let go.
And Teller doesn't think that can be possible either.
Now, once again, you shuffled and cut. Chose
Yes, we did.
6
Yes, we
players.
did.
Let's see what Teller has in the pocket. Penn, what is that?
that's a king.
And what is that?
That's another king.
The nuts. Once again, you shuffled and cut. You chose 6 players. And so on that board, we ended up with 4 kings, right?
Yes, we did.
Well, gentlemen, you can now go back to your huddle and see if you can reconstruct, believe it or not, the 13 different methods, techniques, and controls it took to take that wash shuffle deck
13.
and deal that pat hand to my partner. Oh, and Teller, if I perhaps fooled you, do you want to communicate with me? My right ear reads lips. Anyway, hope you all had fun, everybody.
Ooh. Wow. What an amazing performance. So that's Richard Turner. As I mentioned, everything he does is completely blind, and he's one of the best card magicians, but also card sharks on the planet. And if you want to learn more about cardistry or stuff like second dealing or bottom dealing and all those cheeky card shark moves, he's the guy to do it. Go and look him up online, and you'll see some amazing more examples of what you just saw. What did you think of that video? Were you impressed? Do you like card magic? Do you prefer big illusions? Do you like comedy magicians? Would you let me know in the comments? I reply to every single comment. And thank you so much for watching. That's the end of this one. See you in the next.